What's up, Truth Team? It's your girl, Make the Truth, AC's #1 urban blogger and the queen of paperwork. So I have been doing my research into different information that has been coming out in regards to the Dutchess and the Frenchman tragic relationship and ending, right? So I know some of y'all may have seen a lot of this, but I had to go grab it for myself, make sure it came from who it came from, and things like that. So in this video, I've captured a few posts from different relatives and friends of both victims, because I mean, ultimately, one is a murder victim and the other one is a suicide victim. They're both victims in that sense. And I'm going to bring it to you. We're going to talk about it a little bit, and then I want y'all to sound off in the comments and let me know what you think about each. So let's get into it.
We have Mickey Truth.
Who is this? You got Mickey Truth kicked out.
Shout out Mickey.
Let's get one thing clear. This your girl, Mickey Truth.
So the mother of the Frenchman, which is the husband in this situation, posted to her Facebook, which she has now made private or either deleted. However, I was able to confirm that this is indeed her status because her daughter shared it, okay, and said, spoken from true mother, something along that line. My mother, something like that, okay? So the post said, and this is from Catherine Sherman Williams, if you wasn't there, you can't say nothing. If you never heard her or him say how they was tired or they wanted out, but yet they separate and he go back or she will confine him to my house or park in Jessup, you can't say nothing. They loved each other, but they was too much alike and very toxic. Her family was tired of the constant fighting and the threats, and so was we. I've seen a time she would call him to come home when he moved out and came back home, but a man can take only so much verbal abuse and threats and physical and emotional abuse. He loved her and she loved him, but they wasn't good for each other. I begged him numerous times to leave, start over, it's okay. But if she knew he was with another woman, she'll try to bust it up. I saw and heard them both. I've tried to help counsel and advise they both couldn't leave one another alone. I couldn't understand why they both just deal with it the right way in private conversations in the church. I've tried to help them, but it will go south quick sometimes, and sometimes it will go right. It was something going on with them that they both didn't reach out. It almost was as though they loved the toxicity, although both sides of the family knew it wasn't going well. No, he wasn't perfect, and no, she wasn't either. And I want to talk about that because that's a very powerful message. Now, as far as nobody being able to speak on it, I mean, I think that's just a viewpoint of, saying you don't want to, like, people are saying their opinions. This is a public situation. People going to speak on it. All right. But outside of that, I've been in that situation. I told y'all in my previous video, and if you haven't watched it, make sure you click the link in the comments. I've been through that personally in a toxic situation where my family was like, leave him alone. His family, leave her alone. But we both just stayed together for years. It was like, and ultimately it didn't end until one of us had to let go. And it took years to let go. And you know what I'm saying? So like, I get it, and I've been there. And I can't even explain what makes you stay in a toxic situation. I think if I be honest and very transparent, it's the hope that it will change. Like, okay, it's gonna be different. But you don't get to that point until you mature. I'll be honest. A lot of the toxic stuff happened when And for those who don't know, I'm talking about me and Mr. Truth. When we was younger, it was a very toxic situation, very, very mature. And then, you know what I'm saying? So like, but up until that point, it was like, it was shit, a fatal attraction almost, right? It was just like, okay, boom. But you don't realize how toxic it is until you mature as a person. And then ultimately, when you mature, things just, you get tired of the arguing, you get tired of the fighting, you get tired of whatever, and then you just say F it and just, you know what I'm saying? So we had to take a break. And then once we came back, we was able to get married and the toxicity ceased. But before then, boy, it was real bad. Like I look back and I even had to call him after this story came out and was like, it was like deja vu to a certain extent looking at that because we went through all that. You know what I'm saying? And again, I still can't even explain what make a person stay with a person, but I stayed with him. He stayed with me for years going through the toxicity. It wasn't right at all. It wasn't healthy for nobody. But our families was in the middle of it, trying to help. My mama, I love him, but he's not right for you. I don't want to hear it. His mama, she's not right for you. He don't want to hear it. I love her. I love him. So it's hard to explain, but I definitely understood where the mother is coming from. Now, this may be a brother or maybe a homeboy, because he showed a lot of memorial type posts in regards to the Frenchman. And he said, as a sign of respect, can you please refrain from sharing a live and adding a post about the tragic situation that resulted in the loss of 2 lives with out of consideration for the family? I am close to both sides of the family and had to make a difficult phone call to inform the family of the loss. So I kindly request that you pray for the family. We lost a bro and a sis. Please think about the family before y'all make a post for click of views. Just pray and we all learn from this tragedy. Long live Mark. Go long live Zai. I'm gonna say this again. A lot of times when things like this happen, people do want privacy. And that's cool for sure. But this was it happened on the internet. It happened before everybody's eyes. So, you know, they wanted it to be public. Now, of course, I'm pretty sure they didn't think it was going to end this way, but I mean, it is. And then it hit the news. I mean, at this point, you know, all I can say is just don't look at it online. I mean, I know that might sound insensitive, but I mean, if I'm going through something like that, the last thing I would want to do is be online, like at all. So, you know, that's just my little one too. All right. So the homegirl who was on the phone with the Dutchess spoke out. My bad, y'all. Spoke out because she was getting criticism and backlash as far as being on the phone with her. And like I said, I went through a situation like this. My best friend, y'all done heard Chat come on. She would have been my homegirl that if I was going through an argument, she would have been on the phone. And I'm going to read what she had to say, but then I'm going to tell you what I experienced as being a person in a toxic situation with the homegirl on the phone and also being a homegirl that's on the phone in a toxic situation. So she wrote, y'all the dumbest itches ever. This itch happened every day besides the fighting, but it was history. That lie was one of plenty. Y'all keep saying the girl on the phone. The girl on the phone, Ben told her to come here. If you know Zaria, she not going to do itch until she ready. I heard everybody call yesterday that was local. Nobody volunteered to come over because guess what? We used to it. When her sister called and gave her the code to her door, I told her then, leave. Get clothes from Family Dollars. But he was going live. And if you know Zaria, she loved a damn live. I sat on the phone all day. And guess what? The police was sitting right across the street from the house. I've been friends with her 12 plus years. Never seen or met him in person. Damn. Because I never liked him. Ben told me he was going to kill me. Ben, I never been around him. All I know is she never listened to me. I respected it because there was times I didn't listen to her. I don't know what the last part was about or who the girl is, but if you know, inbox me. She wasn't scared. He wasn't scaring her when we was on the phone. This itch did that because of whatever the last part was, and I had to be the one to see this and hear that. I'm effed up for life, y'all. F y'all. I'm gonna be honest. She definitely. I'm not gonna say the homegirl was the cause of it, but she antagonized the situation too. Cause I ain't gonna lie. Especially back in the toxic days, and even now, like that would definitely have been an argument or triggered an argument if I was on the phone arguing and she called that man a B. You know what I'm saying? That would have been a problem. Because if we already arguing and you talking about, yeah, the B, he would have been like, oh, you got your hunger calling me B. And again, I'm speaking from when I was in that situation. The same way, if I hear one of his homeboys calling me out my name, it would have been an issue. So I feel like that wouldn't help the situation. Now, my best friend, who I've been best friends with since teen, she would have definitely said, friend, just leave, man. Friend, leave. Y'all chill out. Y'all leave. Okay? She would definitely have said to leave. She wouldn't have been egging it on. Also, on the other side of it, Mr. Truth, his family definitely used to come to get him. But they got to the point where they was tired of coming to get him just for him to be right back. It had to been times like Mr. Truth is from a different county, right? So when we were dating, he lived in a different county. It was times we would get into it. He would call his mom. His mom would come get him from the county, which is like 40 minutes away. Come pick him up, take him back. And then by the time she get her night clothes on, I'll be pulling up to pick him up and bring him back. Like, that's how bad it was. That's what I'm saying. I understand it. I'm not about to sit here and act like I never seen this before. I lived it, so I understand it. But at the same time, you get tired. Me being the friend on the phone, I'm definitely not about to sit there and listen to y'all go back and forth. I'm not about to sit there and listen to it sound like y'all gonna fight. None of that. What I'm gonna try my best to like, yo, come on, just come on. If you need a ride, I'll come pick you up. Just come on, whatever. If you ain't trying to hear it, I'm sorry. I'm not the friend to sit on the phone through that. Cause I don't know if it's PTSD. I get flashback from when I was in situations like that. And I don't want to trigger nothing. So I'll get off the phone. I know. If you're not listening to me, I'm just gonna get off the phone. You know what I'm saying? Because I just don't want to have that memory or whatever transpire, whether you get beat up real bad, something bad happening. I'm not that type of friend. All right. So his sister made a post also on Facebook that said, I guess I'll wait another lifetime, broken heart. It wouldn't have been your first Father's Day. You promised you'll make it to church today to celebrate. Don't ever think you weren't good enough for our hearts. Forever my big twin. And I looked around on his mom page for a little while, and similar, so it does seem like he does have a background of being raised in the church. But just because you're raised in the church doesn't, stop you from being, whatever situations you go through as an adult. Just FYI. All right, so the sister of Dutchess also made a post and spoke out. And she wrote, I will not tolerate the disrespect in my inbox. It's disturbing to see how carelessly that video has been shared and posted about without any consideration for family emotions. In contrast, when others such as Austin Rhodes share news about your family, we show restraint and do not spread information. I had hoped for the same courtesy in return, but it seems that you and others lack a moral compass and basic human empathy. However, I am confident that eventually the tables will turn. Hey, I say it all the time. At the end of the day, these are not private videos. These were public. Like, even now, you can go click and see these videos on the guy page. You can click, like, They did it because they wanted people to see it. Ultimately, I don't feel like they knew it was going to end this way, but they did it because they wanted people to see. Now that it ended badly, is the family wants, and this is not just for them. This is always the situation. Is I don't want to share it. I don't want to share. Well, get off the internet. It's here. It's here. And if you really don't want it to be you got to go through the channels to get it scrubbed off. Like, so it's like I to a certain extent I have empathy, but at the same time I'm just a realist. Like, if it was my family, because a lot of people are like, well, if it was my family, I'm not gonna be on the internet to even see it. Okay. I'm gonna be, if anything, trying to get it taken down across the board. I'm not about to worry about making no statuses posting about it. I'm not gonna be looking at inboxes from random ass people. If you ain't got my number, you won't talk to me about it. We have to learn to disconnect from the internet. Even in the time when my mom committed suicide, and people didn't even know that's what had happened for real. People was just on Facebook saying condolences because it had to start spreading that she passed. I'm not online to know what nobody's saying. I didn't get online until I posted the funeral arrangements and I got back off. I got online once. Somebody had my mom's phone. The green light was on next to her name on Facebook. Guess what I did? Contact Facebook. Make it a memorial page. Now can't nobody get on it. So it's things you do to set in place so you don't go through the extra emotional stuff. People won't always have something to say about whether it's online or in real life. You're people that know y'all for real. But hey, that's just my 1-2. Y'all get in the comments. Let me know what you think or feel or what. Just sound off in the comments. Like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend to pull up on your girl, Mickey Truth. Catch you on the next one.
And like I said throughout the video, that's my opinion. And if you don't like it, guess what?
I'm like, fuck you. I'm like, fuck you. Fuck you.
Hold on, wait, before I go, y'all make sure y'all tap in with me to book your slot. A lot of y'all be hitting me up on Instagram and the email wanting to just talk about content, whether you're an up-and-coming content creator or somebody just got questions about cases or whatever. Book your consultation with me now. The information is on the screen. Hey, make sure you get your slot, because my slots be filling up fast.
This is the weakest, give a fuck about what they scream.
Holla!
Shout out Mickey. Mickey, you gonna be big. Like,
yeah, I'm trying to conquer the world, coming from where I come from. Hey, this your girl, Mickey Truth, #1 blogger in South Carolina. #1 blogger in South Carolina.